Hello, Dimensioners. Welcome to Laws of the Unseen, where we talk about how to transcend laws that are invincible to the naked eye. So, this series is for people who seek ways to go beyond certain life limitations. With that being said, let's alternate dimension right now and explore the ways we can transcend the body and stop focusing on our appearances. But before pursuing in a subject, last episode we talked about how to transcend bad vibrations and become a vibrational match to eternal joy. So check that out if you're interested in knowing how you can manifest eternal joy in your life, or you can just have a look if you simply wish to find inspiration for your own journey to success. Okay, so we all have a body, and that is why we're all concerned about it. We are concerned about how we look, smell, walk, stand, sit. We are concerned about our hair, our skin, our nose, our muscles. And even if we know that inner beauty is more important, we're still obsessed with our body because we think it represents who we are. It's hard to understand the notion that we are not our physical body when we associate with it. But in order to transcend the body and stop focusing on our appearances, we need to understand that we are not our body and we are not our mind. They are things that we experience. And when the mind is slave to the body, our experience is mostly physical. When the body is slave to the mind, our experience is mostly mental. Bodies and minds are in a constant state of change. They grow, they die, they lose cells, and sometimes they gain new ones. So we are never truly our bodies and our minds because they are in constant state of change. But one thing that remains outside of bodies and minds is what we human beings understand as consciousness. In 2008, a very large-scale study called the AWARE study involving 2,060 patients from 15 different hospitals in the United Kingdom, United States, and Austria was launched. So researchers tested the validity of conscious experiences and to verify whether claims of awareness or out-of-body experiences were real or just hallucinations. So the results of the study have been published in a journal called Resuscitation, and they are available online. If you look online, you can find the study. And it concludes that 39% of patients who survived cardiac arrest described a perception of awareness. They recall being able to see and experience a world outside of their body, and they were able to see themselves dying on the table. Furthermore, Dr. Kenneth Ring published a scientific paper in the Journal of Near-Death Experiences in the summer 1993 about people who have had near-death experience of a type providing verified evidence supporting the afterlife hypothesis. In that study, many people found themselves outside of their bodies observing detailed events happening far away, sometimes hundreds and thousands of miles away, which were later verified by people to have actually happened. This phenomenon, Dr. Kenneth Ring called it veridical perception. Lastly, you may have heard of Dr. Eben Alexander, a neurosurgeon who, after coming back from his coma, describes his out-of-body experience in a very specific way, using specific details of a foreign world in which he found himself. And there are many more cases like these around the world where people have countless out-of-body experiences called OBE. Some say it's even possible to experience OBEs voluntarily by practicing astral projection, where people can get out of their bodies if they try. Well, it is still a mystery to us human beings to understand what is consciousness. Is it part of us, or are we part of it? Well, neuroscientists who study the brain suggest we are a receiver of consciousness, like radio transmitters. A lot of those neuroscientists came to that conclusion after years of research. They couldn't find consciousness in the brain, so they conclude it must be external. So when we understand the concept of consciousness and that it is who we truly are, our minds and bodies become nearly obsolete. The body is just a vehicle, and the mind is just an experience of reality. It's just perception. So in order to transcend the body and stop focusing on our appearances, we need to realize we are so much more than just matter. We are spirits and souls. Thank you for watching or listening. I wish infinite love, health, healing, wealth, success, happiness, awareness, peace, and wisdom upon your soul. And remember, there are no accidents in the universe.